based on the Undang-Undang Nomor 23 Tahun 2018 tentang Pemerintahan Daerah or Autonomy, regional autonomy is the right, authority, and obligation of autonomous region to regulate and manage their government affairs and the interests of local communities in the system of the unitary state of Indonesia. Government affairs are government powers that are the president authority whose implementation is carried out by state ministers and regional government administrator to protect, serve, empower, and prosper the community. Government affairs consists of absolute government affairs, concurrent government affairs, and general government affairs. Regional government itself is the administration of government affairs by the regional government and regional people representative council at the professional, city, and district level of government according to the principle of autonomy and co-administration with the principle of autonomy as wide as possible. In the system and the principle as referred to in the Undang-Undang Dasar Negara Republik Indonesia 1945 as we know as the Constitution of Indonesia.
Okay, here I will continue the discussion from my friend. In carrying out regional autonomy, there are two governmental affairs, namely mandatory government affairs, which are government affairs that must be carried out by all region, and potential government affairs, which must be carried out by regional potential. Mandatory government affairs relating to basic services include education, health, public work and spatial planning, public housing and residential area, peace, public order, and community protection and social. On this question, we will discuss the mandatory government affairs of public work and spatial planning, specifically on sidewalks infrastructure. We use the area around the campus of Semarang State University or UNES, which is included in the autonomous city of Semarang as the object of our study. One of the matters included in the spatial plan is the arrangement of sidewalk. According to the Keputusan Direktorat Jenderal Bina Marga number 76/KPTS/DB/1999 dated 20 December 1999. What is meant by a sidewalk is a part of a highway specifically provided for pedestrians located in a road benefit area, which is given a surface layer with a higher elevation, or if according to Peraturan Menteri Pekerjaan Umum Number 3 Year 2014, it is said that the definition of a sidewalk is a pedestrian path which is generally parallel to the axis of the road and higher than the surface of the road pavement to ensure the safety of the pedestrian concerned.
The main function of the sidewalk is to provide service to pedestrians to improve the smoothness, safety, and comfort of the pedestrian. Sidewalks' function is to facilitate road traffic because it is so hard to pedestrian if mixed with the vehicle. So it is therefore one of the main reasons of constructing sidewalk is to try to separate pedestrian from the flow of motorized vehicle without causing major disturbance to accessibility constructability of the walk side. By looking at the functions of the existence of sidewalks is considered very important for the continuity of traffic in an area, so it is responsible that sidewalks should be included as one of the spatial planning design that must be considered by local government. It says that the existence of sidewalks has also become very important as a manifestation of pedestrian rights as stated in Artikel 131 of Undang-Undang Nomor 22 Tahun 2009 tentang lalu lintas dan angkutan jalan, where pedestrians have the right to availability of supporting facilities, one of which is a sidewalk.
The sidewalk is important as it is also a fundamental right for pedestrians. But in fact, in some areas in Semarang City, which are practically crowded with pedestrians, say around the UNES campus, this right is not properly accommodated by the Semarang City government, referring to the Peraturan Daerah Kota Semarang number 5 in the year 2021, tentang rencana tata ruang wilayah Kota Semarang tahun 2011-2031. The UNES area and its surroundings are not included in the sidewalk construction plan. Article 51, which states the details of the pedestrian system development plan, does not include the UNES area and its surroundings to be a priority for sidewalk construction. This means that the UNES Raya area will not receive the construction of a pedestrian system until the end of the spatial planning period, unless there is a change in the law itself. Semarang State University is one of the campuses that stands in Sekarang, Gunung Pati, with approximately 24,000 students, not to mention the educators and residents who are active and inhabit the UNES area. This needs special attention that UNES as an area of education must provide facilities that can create security and comfort in the surrounding environment. Now, in Regional Regulation Number 5 of 2021 of the City Semarang, one of them explains that Sekarang is an area that is focused on education. By this, UNES as a place to continue education is located in Sekarang.
Is UNES as a place of education, which is also known as a conservation campus, is not included in the pedestrian network system development area, referring to Article 51 of Regional Regulation 5 2021. This is of course very unfortunate, considering a large number of students and also residents who are active on and off campus. Not all of them use vehicles, and most of the overseas students will walk and take advantage of the public facilities provided. Why is that so unfortunate? Because pedestrian site protected by the LLAG law, this becomes ambiguous that they cannot take advantage of the public facilities provided, such as sidewalks, because from the start they were not. The bottom line is that UNES doesn't get any network development for pedestrians at all. Then, how can security and comfort be realized if the available public facilities are not complete? Another conclusion is also seen at UNES, which is known as the conservative campus. This must be looked at further. Can the absence of facilities for pedestrians realize the conservation? Is the conservation campus in question only limited to what is inside the campus area, regardless of the area around the campus? There is still a question mark that must be solved. That the most important thing is to know in advance what the meaning of conservation itself is. Then the right step can be determined in realizing the conservation.